All right, let's get right into it. For more than a decade, this has been the most anticipated thing in entertainment, period. It's been a total black hole of rumors, leaks, and just wild speculation. Today, we open the official file on Grand Theft Auto 6.
Welcome to the Weatherill Report. You can think of this as a special intelligence briefing, curated for you by Dallas Weatherill. Our goal here is simple. We've analyzed all the publicly available intelligence to give you a clear, no-nonsense picture of what's actually been confirmed. We're here to separate the signal from all that noise.
So, after all this time, after all the waiting, what's real and what's just made up? That's the core question, isn't it? The internet is an absolute minefield of misinformation. Our mission is to cut straight through that chaos and give you actionable, verified intelligence.
Okay, first things first. We're starting with the two most critical pieces of information, the when and the where. This is the top-line intel. This is what anchors our entire report. No speculation, just the hard facts.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, November 19th, 2026. After a whole lot of delays and course corrections, the parent company, Take-Two Interactive, has officially locked in the global release date. This was confirmed during their big Q3 2026 earnings call. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 launches worldwide on November 19th, 2026. That is our anchor point.
And the where? Well, that's just as definitive. We are officially returning to the neon-soaked streets of Vice City. But, and this is a huge but, the playground is so much bigger this time. The game is set in the entire state of Leonida, which is Rockstar's wild, satirical take on modern-day Florida.
So how are they planning to roll this out? Well, at launch, it's a console exclusive. We're talking PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. Now, for all you PC players out there, if we look at Rockstar's track record with games like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, you can pretty much expect the PC version to drop about a year later. So you're likely looking at November of 2027.
Okay, let's move on to the map itself. A deep dive into the geography of Leonida reveals a project of just unprecedented ambition.
I mean, the scale is just on another level. This isn't just about making a bigger city. No way. We're talking about a fully simulated state. Every piece of official communication, every frame of the trailers we've analyzed, it all points to a world that will absolutely dwarf its predecessors, not just in size, but in pure complexity.
And it's the sheer diversity of the environments that's so incredible. You've got the urban sprawl of Vice City, of course, but you also have the island chains of the Leonida Keys, the gritty industrial hub of Port Gellhorn. We've even confirmed rural zones like grass rivers and total wilderness biomes like Mount Calaga. These aren't just names on a map. They are distinct operational zones.
You know, the scale is so immense that there's a massive community-led intelligence project called the GTA 6 Mapping Project going on right now. These fans are piecing together the world, literally frame by frame from trailers and leaked data, trying to reconstruct Leonida before we even see it officially. That alone tells you everything you need to know about the complexity we're expecting.
So we've established the environment. Now let's turn our focus to the human element. This section profiles the two central subjects of the narrative.
So meet Lucia Caminos and Jason Duvall. Lucia is a huge deal. She's the series' first female protagonist. She's an ex-inmate, originally from Liberty City, and from what we can tell, she's the strategic lead of the pair. Jason is her partner in crime, an Army veteran who's gotten tangled up with drug runners. The dynamic here is clearly a modern take on the classic Bonnie and Clyde archetype.
And this quote, pulled directly from the official synopsis, is key. It tells you everything. This isn't just a partnership of choice, it's one of necessity. Some kind of criminal conspiracy forces them together, and their survival absolutely depends on mutual trust in a world that is designed to break it.
And they're not operating in a vacuum. Our intelligence confirms several other key persons of interest. There's Stephanie, who is Lucia's social worker. We've got a classic smuggler named Brian Heder working out of the Keys, and a paranoid, conspiracy-obsessed hacker named Cal Hampton. You can expect this whole network of contacts to be crucial as the story unfolds.
Okay, let's peel back another layer. It's time to analyze the technical and financial architecture that makes a project of this insane magnitude even possible.
Everything we've discussed is built on this one foundation, Rage 9. That's the 9th version of the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. And let's be clear, this isn't just an update. It's a full-on generational leap in technology, designed specifically to simulate a world with a level of realism we have just never seen before.
So what does that actually mean in practice? Well, 3 key advancements have been confirmed. First, physically simulated lighting for a whole new level of realism. Second, revolutionary water physics, which, is pretty crucial for a Florida-based setting. And third, a massive increase in the detail of vehicles, allowing for way more advanced and realistic damage and deformation.
And this brings us to the financial stakes. Just look at this comparison. Grand Theft Auto V has sold over 225 million copies to date. Now, analysts are projecting that GTA 6 is going to sell 40 million units in its first year alone. The financial expectations are simply astronomical.
And the language from the parent company Take-Two is pretty explicit. They see this release not just as a successful product, but as an event that will establish a new financial baseline. They believe GTA 6 is going to fundamentally reset economic expectations for the entire entertainment industry, not just gaming, all of it.
So what's the final assessment from this report? All the data we have points to something way more significant than just a simple video game sequel.
The narrative intelligence we have suggests a very sharp, satirical focus on contemporary life. The game is targeting everything from the absurdity of influencer culture and the Florida man meme to the commodification of fame and modern law enforcement tactics. It really aims to be a mirror to our times.
And this is the bottom line. Every single piece of data, the financial, the technical, the narrative, it all points to a single conclusion. Grand Theft Auto 6 is being engineered from the ground up to define the next decade of interactive entertainment.
We know the when. November 19th, 2026. After more than a decade of waiting, the real question has changed. It's no longer about when it gets here. It's about what happens to gaming, to entertainment, to culture when it finally does. That concludes the Weatherill Report.